Welcome to Verbal Pick Radio, where we give you a verbal image of life, and we are everyday people. I'd like to welcome you all to the show. Today, first of all, go check out Everyday People, the movie. Everyday People, THE, the movie. Everyday People, the movie on YouTube. We'd like for you all to watch this with family, friends, significant other, because the purpose of this movie is to bring light to the unknown. The purpose of this movie is to give out information and knowledge in a dramatical fashion and put it in such a way that it will sit on you, meaning you'll remember what you saw. Put a little excitement in it, because when black, it's like, put it like this. When black folks, when we do things. We don't just give you a documentary, or we don't just dress up. We have to do it to a T. We don't just fix our rides up. We fix our rides up. If I'm going to do a documentary, then we're going to do a documentary. We're going to jazz it up. You know what I mean? We're not going to give you a plain Jane documentary. That's just not who we are, especially coming from the South. Especially from H-Town. If we're going to do it, we're going to shine it up. You know what I mean? We're going to make it glass. So that's what's up. But, now, I just want to touch base dealing with the unknown, right? See, because I don't want people to miss everything, especially Generation X, right? X represents the unknown. Generation X, Malcolm X. Generation X was supposed to figure out not Malcolm, the person, which was a great person. I don't want to take anything from Malcolm. But Generation X is supposed to figure out why did the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teach Malcolm the way he did, guide Malcolm, and name him, and gave him the X, to where his name was Malcolm X. You have to understand that. You have to understand that when you hear the name Malcolm X, it automatically signifies black people. Represents black people. But what is the unknown? To give you an example of an unknown. Unknown is the Tuscaloosa chief represented the Tuscaloosa Native American tribal, indigenous or original tribe. Tuscaloosa means black warrior. The old Cherokees tell a tale of big black Indians who they fought with. The big black Indians were the Tuscaloosa people and the natives that was throughout this land before the Europeans came and before the mulattoes came. Nothing on mulattoes, I'm just saying before there was a mulatto, there was the big black Indians. Let's put it like that. And then afterwards came the mulatto. And then the mulatto became part of the Cherokee. Then you had some Spaniards who called themselves Cherokee or Choctaw because the Spaniards coming out of Europe, De Soto and his crew, they was exploring gold after the defeat, because he went to war with these big black Indians and they took some of their people out. De Soto had 600 men. He was so embarrassed, he left the town, didn't want to go back to Spain. His men were stuck there. They mixed in with the people. The mulattoes came. Then the rest of the Spaniards was there. They speaking Spanish and calling themselves Cherokee or Choctaw. But their purpose was to eradicate the black Indians who was the rulers up through Alabama, Tuscaloosa, on down to Georgia. Come on. Now, that's unknown. That's what the X represents. The black, Malcolm X really represents the black unknown. Because black people their history is unknown to them. Who they are is unknown to them. What tribe they originated from is unknown to them. It's all unknown for a lot. Some do they due diligent research and they figure it out and they find out. Some don't even take the time to find out. Now, problem, yeah, we got problems. Of course, black people we'll have problems, but the purpose of Malcolm X, let's say why the Honorable Elijah Muhammad made it Malcolm X, is unknown, is because we start from the point of unknown. Then we travel into what we create and we make that known. That's why Master Farad Muhammad had to come to give you a foundation of what you should know. And now it's known, and then you build from the known. You can't. The unknown is buried too deep. The only thing that's extracted from the unknown is the vital information that you need to succeed into the known. That's it. Other than that, you can't get back 100% of the unknown. And I'm speaking of artifacts. I'm speaking on certain parts of the culture. I'm speaking on certain tribal dances and certain rituals. You can't extract 100% of what was buried and lost because some things, I don't want to say was buried too deep, but some things the enemy destroyed for a reason. Some things the enemy had to destroy for a reason. And so trying to go back and extract that unknown is going to be hard. But the things that seeped up from the unknown, I'd like to say that the universal God, the creator, Allah, he brought that forward, only the important things that we needed on our journey to the known. Give us aid and guide. Things such as do unto others as you have them do unto you. You know, you reap what you sow. The karmatic laws of Mayat that was extracted to help us upon our journey to the known. So we build from the known because with us as black people, the struggles that we went through in America, we don't have a choice. We don't take a lot of chances. When we step out, you have to do your mathematics on the situation because you don't have the opportunity to just throw everything up against the wall and hope it sticks. You gotta be at least 85 to 90%, damn near close to 100% that this thing is gonna work because you're gonna take your last dime and put into it. You gotta do your research first. We can't just jump out there and say, you know, I got an idea, let me run down to the bank, get some money and throw it out there. We gotta examine it, weigh it out. We gotta look at it. We gotta step back, look at it again. Then we gotta say, okay, let's go. If we see any signs of something that might not work out or go right, we abandon the project. Shut it down. I ain't here now. I don't have no money to waste or lose. You dig what I'm saying? But now, then the second part of that is support. We know it's hard for black folks to support our own. Now we'll support Asians, Korean businesses, the black beauty supplies, the hair, liquor stores, and I'm not judging nobody. I'm just showing you where the money goes. We'll give them our dime all day long. These Arabs, these Indians, these corner stores, sucking up all the money, sending their kids to college. We'll run down there quick and throw them our money. But dealing with money, extracting money from each other, that's a hard task. And the reason being is the fact that we don't want to see nobody outshine us. You know, We want everybody to be on the same level. We don't want nobody to come in with something new that we don't have and getting attention off of us. That's Willie Lynch. That's slavery. That's that mindset of on Christmas or on a Sunday when a white man used to let us go out and play, and he sit around his slaves, and whoever could put on the best show for him, he'd favor that one. So really, it's stuck in our head. We got to show out. We got to put on the best show for white folks to be accepted. Because at the end of the night, he might slip us an extra biscuit or something. You know what I mean? So that's why we don't deal with each other when it comes to business. We scared. We don't want nobody to outshine us or get no attention. White folks might pick that person, but they fail to realize anytime. And it's not. And I don't want to. I'm not saying white folks as status. I'm saying Caucasian European. You know, I got to clarify that. But we don't care. Anything that the slave master gives us, shit ain't gonna work right no way. It's not gonna be a benefit. He not coming from the position of, oh, I'm gonna give you this to help you. Nah, he finna make money on you going up and coming down. You know, but we'll hide the evil side, the bad side of his givings, so we can look good in the eyesight of other black folk. That ain't worked in over 400 years. That game played out. I don't look. If black hands are not on it, formulating it, bringing it into existence, and one that has the mind of black folks, meaning the mind of God, then I don't trust it any goddamn way. Excuse my Swahili. You know what I mean? I don't trust it no way. Don't mean nothing to me. You dig what I'm saying? So the unknown, we extracted things. Well, things. Cream rises to the top. Let's put it like that. Cream rises to the top. So the top knowledge, or the knowledge that rose to the top, that we gathered, the knowledge that Master Farad Muhammad gave to black folks, we gathered, then we built from there. That would lead you into the new known. You know, but of course it's not gonna be easy. Now, you think the inventor of a robot want to let the robot go? You think the inventor of a certain type of mindset want to let that mindset that he established go? You think the person who embedded their form of religion with the white Jesus and got it and got black people right where they want, got them thinking the way that they want them to think, which will be beneficial to them, they want to let you go? You know? Now, tell you a problem though. Tell you a problem that's a problem, but it's not really a problem because of the fight for independence. Alright, bam. If you go back and study, you had 3 regiments, black regiments, that fought on the Confederate side, right? Now, you may call them sellouts, but let me give you the reason, right? Some were fighting for their freedom, right? Told them, if you fight on the Confederate side, we give you freedom. They I'm all in. Some said, we'll pay you and your family. Let's put it like this: you had the indigent families who got $1,000 a month if they that is these black, if their husband was wounded or killed fighting on the Confederate side. They were glad to get that money. You had some, though, blacks who were... Now, okay, let's put it like this. You had black Native Americans and you had black people. Same thing. So when they tell you that there were Native Americans who fought on the side of the Confederate, that's the same as saying black people fought on the side of the Confederate. You dig what I'm saying? Now, when they say Negro, they saying that was slave status. But you know what? That could even include, that's just saying a poor person. Or a person with no knowledge. Because you had some white Negroes too. But you had some white slaves too. Meaning, not when it comes to Negroid features, no, that they'll say with the lips and the nose to prove that the Sphinx and what, no. We talking about classism. Certain classes. You know how they did in Europe. You see, it's all about class. It was all about classism in Europe. You had the noblemen, you had the king, you had the knights, you had the paupers, you had the court justice, you had the laymen, you had the serfs, and you stay in your role, stay in your place. You dig, and you could only expire, like a serf could only expire to be a nobleman if he was chosen or knighted or acquired a great, or had a need that serviced the king. Because, but like this, if you had a need that serves the king, he would be embarrassed to say, this is what I got for my serf, so let me raise you up to a nobleman. Now drop this knowledge, now that'll be accepted amongst the people. And it keeps the other laymen or the other poor people, keeps them in check, so they don't say, hey, how you picked him and didn't pick me? The game of manipulation. They always played that game. And so, over the same here in America, as far as racism and your status and what was perceived as what what you call their names? The aristocrats, or what they call the well-to-do. Then they broke it down to the slave or Negro. Would you have it colored, black, and freedman was higher than a Negro. And you're in European or in status of in America during slavery days. The slave and the Negro was on a low totem pole. The colored was higher. The free man was higher. The white was higher, meaning status, because you had some blacks who on census was called white. They ranked higher. And it didn't have nothing to do with the pigmentation of the skin. Okay. Who else ranked higher? That the colored man, the freed man, the black, the mulatto. They was still considered black, but mulatto, they gave them a little edge up. And if you had money. And that was it. So today, we fight amongst those mindsets. The Confederates fight against the Confederates fight against the slaves who was fighting for their freedom. So why did they fight? Let me explain why they fought each other. And not simply because they was on opposing sides of the Civil War. No. Because they had different ideologies. They saw life from a different perspective. Hey man, I own this land. I got this farm in this house. I see we received the reports of how the Union soldiers was burning down crops and homes. So they come my way. I'm fighting to protect mine. And the slave was saying, man, I'm not finna keep taking these beatings and whoopings and being no slave. I would be glad to join this Union Army, especially if I get to kill some white folks and get my freedom. Sign me up. That's divide and conquer. Not because they fighting for what they believe will make them free, and one was fighting on what he believed would maintain the freedom he already had. And so that spread on into today. Went on in times to where you already got money, you had things, could have been passed down to your generation. This talking about black folk, land and whatnot. You got money because if your black folk left you some land and some acres, you cutting them trees off them acres, getting that money, you enjoying life. You throwing horses and cars, you in the country. You come back to the city, you know what I mean? You might be in a truck or you ain't too flashy, but you know you got paper because you ain't asking nobody for nothing. Because you got a certain mindset. Then you come with the mindset of the slave who says, I can't do for myself, I need you to do for me. Because he was taught a certain way, right? Because he had a certain master who probably was poor, had a poor mindset, let's put it like that. And so he say, look here, man, we all black share. Give me $100, right? Nigga, I ain't giving you shit. You ain't so and so, bam, bam. That's a fight. That's an argument. Two different mindsets going up against each other. You dig what I'm saying? That's why. One of the reasons, not the main reason, but that's why God came to the person, Master Farad Muhammad, to put everybody on the same mindset, playing field, to build from that knowledge to create the new known. So you can stop struggling, fighting, trying to uncover the unknown. He made it clear, plain and clear of what was known, so you can build from the known. Verbal Prick Radio, we're out.